In this tutorial, we'll be learning about what IEEE Xplore is, what it contains, and how to complete a basic search within it. IEEE stands for the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. IEEE Xplore is a database of information resources and is widely considered one of the most important databases within its field. At UNR, you have access to 4 different types of content within IEEE Xplore. They include books, conference publications, journals, and standards. To access IEEE Xplore, go to the library's homepage. From here, click on the Databases tab and enter in IEEE Xplore. You can then hit Search. You'll want to make sure that you access databases directly from the library's website. This is especially important when you are off campus in order to get access to the full text of articles and more. The default search settings for IEEE Xplore is for all content. There are options to just search certain types of content by clicking on the drop-down. In the upper left-hand corner, you can also use the Browse drop-down to look at entire categories of content. And while you might assume we are going to be searching the full text of articles, the main search actually defaults to metadata only. Metadata includes things like the title, abstract, indexing terms, and other bibliographic information. Most of the time, this works great and helps us find articles and other resources that are most closely related to our search terms. Searching full text can sometimes flood our results with too much content that is actually off topic. Let's search for the Internet of Things and privacy. Including the quotation marks around the words means that it will be searched as a phrase, and those 3 words must appear next to each other in that order. We get a little over 4,000 results. This isn't too surprising because our topic is actually still pretty broad. At the top, you can see we can immediately search within the results or limit to the type of content we want to further narrow down our results to. As we scroll down, we can see our results are sorted by relevance. We can change this. Maybe we'd like to see the latest publications or the most cited first. There are additional ways to limit our search results on the left-hand side, including date range and publication topics. If I see a title that looks pertinent to my research, I can click on the abstract link to access the abstract without leaving the results page. There are also links to the full text. Some will only be offered in PDF, some in HTML, and some in both formats. Often our first instinct is to choose the PDF version. This is usually the more official version of the publication and will include the traditional formatting like page numbers, which makes it easier to cite in our own work. However, the HTML versions of articles in IEEE do provide some unique benefits. To access the HTML version of the article, you can either click on the HTML link or the title of the article. This page has the full record of the article, giving you all the bibliographic information, including publisher, author, and more. You can see the entire publication is visible in its HTML format as we scroll down the page. On the left-hand side, we get links that allow us to jump directly to certain sections of the publication and additional information about it. The HTML version also makes it very easy to download high-resolution images of graphs or tables in the text, which can be more difficult when we are working with a PDF. If I scroll down to an image, you can see when I click on it, it enlarges, and then I can easily right-click and save the image as. The HTML version also makes it easier to download or copy any mathematical formulas that might be included. If we right-click on one of the formulas, we can see we are given options for the MathML code or text commands. I can then copy and paste it directly into my own program. For every article in IEEE, regardless of its format, there will be a Cite This button at the top of the page. Clicking this will give you the proper format for citing this article in your own work and give you options to export the citation to citation management systems, such as Zotero and EndNote. This concludes the Introduction to IEEE Xplore tutorial. For additional questions about this or any library database or research in general, use the library's chat service or find a librarian button at the top of the library's homepage to get in touch with an expert.